the Volquartsen VT2 takedown rifle. Let's check it out. Volquartsen has just introduced their VT2. This is based on the Ruger 1022 Action, but it comes in 22 Magnum, and also you can get it in 17 HMR. It is a takedown rifle. It is a quick change rifle. You can change these barrels out really simply. You just press a button, pull down on the lever, the barrel comes out, take a 17 HMR barrel, drop it in, put the lever, and you're ready to go. I mean, it is a very simple, quick change. You can get this in 22 Magnum, 17 HMR, or you can get a combination of the two with the extra barrel. So they've taken that original design of the 1022 and they've upped the calibers and made it much more effective. Plus, again, it is a takedown rifle. And Volquartsen always produces super accurate firearms, and this is definitely no different. Now, we want to thank GetZone.com for putting this together with Volquartsen and for Volquartsen sending the VT2 for this test and evaluation. So check out GetZone.com. They are a strong Second Amendment video platform. Now, the VT2. This is the takedown rifle. It comes in 22 Magnum, 17 HMR. You can get an extra barrel and handguard with the different calibers, and it'll work. Now, they also make this in 22 long rifle, but it doesn't work with the 22 Magnum 17 HMR chassis. But one of the things about Volquartsen is, just looking over the firearm, the finish is always excellent. The machining is done top notch. I mean, it just has the look of quality, and they are very well respected, and for good reason. We're going to make sure the gun is unloaded and just remove our magazine. These are 9-round magazines. They're 77-22 or 10-22, 22 Magnum or 17 HMR. Magazines work with both calibers. We'll check the chamber, and the gun is empty. And you can see, I mean, the chassis system is very well done. It has a lot of contours. There is some squaring off, but it's just very well done. It has a hard anodized finish, and this is aluminum. This is a 1022 style action. It's the same design, and Volquartsen has taken that to another level. They are experts at that. Also, the Mark Series 22s from Ruger. They really take it another level. And one of the things about, your standard production type firearms is there's only so much that they're going to do for the money. But one of the things about Volquartsen is they take it to the nth degree. And so the accuracy and the reliability is there. Now, it has a nice little grab handle. The bolt is a tungsten bolt, which means it's heavier. With 17 HMR and 22 Magnum, the velocities are pretty high. And so this just allows for a little more dwell time with that bolt coming back. And again, just adds to reliability. It has an integral Picatinny rail that's built into the receiver, and it's a 0 MOA mount. Here at the back, we have a Magpul collapsible stock, and it is on an M4 buffer tube. That way you can switch this out for a number of different configurations. And then we also have one of the Mo pistol grips. Now, the barrel is 16.5 inches. It's aluminum up to a certain point, and then it's carbon fiber to give it a little less weight, a little bit of weight reduction. And then we have a 12-inch M-lock handguard that comes all the way back. This also comes in a 6-inch handguard if you want to shorten that up. But of course, this is all aluminum with M-lock slots, both at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. And here I've added a piece of Picatinny rail and one of the Magpul bipods, but it does have a sling swivel mount on the front, so you can actually attach Harris bipods to this directly. Now the forward blow comp on the end actually forces gases outward. Even though 22 Magnum and 17 HMR do not have hardly any recoil, it does expend those gases forward. And this is a thread protector as well. It adds 2 inches to the barrel length, and this is 1/2 by 28 threads. And there is a washer that will retain your comp and keep it from spinning off. But one of the things that really differentiates this rifle is its takedown system. You have a small little button right here, so you just depress that button and then you pull this lever down. And then the front action, or the barrel, just comes right off. And you can see it's shaped in this triangular design, which mates with the receiver. And you can see this is stainless. It's beautiful. I mean, the finishing on here is just exceptional. Now you have a rail system right here on the side of the receiver, and you have one of the rail mounts right here on the barrel system. And so this actually just goes in, there we go, right into it. And this allows this system to be joined together. And so it makes it really simple to be able to put into a backpack. Or, you know, whatever kind of case you're using. And it makes it really compact. And plus, it doesn't just have the barrel loose right there. In fact, you could even have this barrel attached to the rifle and have your secondary barrel attached this way, and then your system's all complete. And then all you have to do is just pull it, and it comes right off the rail. And then when it comes to reassembly, just place it into the receiver, your lever goes forward, and it locks it into place. There's no twisting, there's no turning, there's no screwing in. I mean, it just works. You don't even have to push this in. But to release the lever, just push it in and bring the lever out. Now, one of the things that I had a question about was, would this retain zero once you remove the barrel on and off? And we're going to test that when we do our range footage. But I can tell you right now, it is right on the money. Now, we have an extended mag release like we do with a lot of the 1022s, and it just drops out your 9-round rotary magazine. These are available from Ruger or a lot of other places. In fact, I picked up a couple of these from Cabela's, and they're offered on the Volquartsen website. Of course, you have your crossbolt safety right here, but the real key to this rifle is this trigger. Now, the TG2000 trigger is used in a lot of different Volquartsen products. I've had a lot of experience with these, and they're excellent. The curvature is almost flat-faced, the way it comes down. And you do have a trigger stop here at the back. You can see that in green, and that is adjustable. They claim this is 2.5 pounds. We're going to go ahead and just check out the action. We have a little bit of take up right here, and that just sets you up for your shot. Once you get here, it's just a super crisp break. Check the reset. Right there. Very quick reset. Guys, that's a beautiful trigger. And you can have these put into a number of different Ruger firearms. I have one in a 1022, and it really makes a huge difference with trigger pull. No review would be complete without our Lyman trigger gauge and Brownells. We're going to test the trigger pull weight. 2 pounds, 10 ounces. 2 pounds, 6.4 ounces. Again, it just averages right about that 2.5 pounds. Here on the left we have 17 HMR. We're talking about a 17 grain bullet going at 2,650 feet per second. This is CCI A17, made actually for Savage rifles. Has a varmint tip. There's a number of different loads, so this is just an average. Then we have some Federal 22 WMR or 22 Magnum, 40 grain going at 1,880 feet per second. Then we have some CCI mini mags here on the end, and this is also 40 grain, but it's going at 1,235 feet per second, which is high velocity for 22. So you've got a really small bullet going super fast, a small bullet but larger than the 17 HMR going considerably faster than the 22 long rifle. So this just gives you just a general idea. Okay, we have CCI 22 Magnum, and we also have some CCI 17 HMR. Here's the HMR, a very pointed neck down bullet, and then we have the 22 mag. To load the mag, really simple. It's just your Ruger 1022 style, which this is for 22 Magnum, so it's a little bit longer. Honestly, it's a lot easier to load. And this works for both calibers. Now, one of the great things about the 1022 is that it's just simple. but it's very accurate. I mean, they've been around for over 50 years. And Volquartsen always takes it up to that next level. You know, when you get a Volquartsen and you sit down at the bench, I mean, it just performs. We've done a number of reviews. I own a number of Volquartsen firearms, and they're just excellent, whether it's their handguns or their rifles. But when it comes to the rifle, especially in 17 HMR, this thing is incredibly accurate. Sitting down at the bench, you know, it has that full aluminum chassis, so it gives it some weight, but then it has that carbon fiber barrel, which actually lessens the weight. And so it gives you a really good feel sitting at the bench. The Magpul furniture adds a lot to it. Of course, you can change this out if you want to. Has your standard M4 buffer tube. But guys, if you're really looking for accuracy and you want that 17 HMR or the 22 Magnum capability, you know, it gives you the best of both worlds. One of the things about this type rifle is when you drop this barrel, you know, you go ahead and change the barrel out. We want to go ahead and show the accuracy shift. When you change the barrel out, does it retain the same accuracy? And guys, it was pretty phenomenal. Now, when you're switching calibers, it does shift quite a bit. We did shoot with the 22 Magnum. You know, we got that point of aim, we were hitting our target. We switched it to the 17 HMR, and it was about 3 inches to the left and about 10 inches high, and that was at 100 yards. And so you're definitely going to have that shift, but honestly, if you're firing and you're shooting that caliber, it's going to be very unusual to switch calibers without having the time, you know, to sight in your scope. And really, with this burst drop time, 3x9, I mean, even though it is a 1-inch ring, it really attracted a lot of light, has great area around it, there's no distortion around the optic, and we really were able to get a great sight picture with this scope. But the rifle is what did all the work. Now, shooting from different positions, whether you're shooting it standing, freehand, I mean, it's just a very natural shooting firearm. Again, very similar to the 1022, but yet, you know, it just has a little more heft to it, which makes it nice, you know, and really allows you to settle in for the accuracy. And we shot quite a bit just shooting off our shoulder. Of course, shooting it on the bag in different positions, you know, it makes it really easy to be able to get behind it. And again, that heft gives you a little bit of stability. Shooting it off a bipod, as we were doing most of our bench shooting, you know, it just gives it just rest right on that bipod. And no matter how we were shooting it, if we did our part, this gun was very accurate. Now, the rifle itself is pretty impressive, but when you know you can change that caliber out to either 22 Magnum, and this is the 22 WMR, or, you know, 17 HMR, it just makes it very versatile. And, you know, you can switch these out, and of course these definitely come separate. But, you know, if you really like to shoot rimfire and you want to shoot both calibers, this gives you a great way to do it. And it's so easy to change these barrels out. And of course, this handguard allows for free float action with the barrel and the handguard. And of course, that just leads to better accuracy. This makes an excellent backpacking gun. I mean, it breaks down very easily. Again, it just fits right onto the rifle. So you keep everything solidified into one piece, especially when you have it down in your bag. It makes it really easy to pull in and out. And then you've got one piece, just take it down. It's really easy to reattach the barrel. And again, you retain your accuracy. And that's one of the big things about this, is once you break it down, put it back, there it is, right back on target. And so especially if you're hunting and you're looking for more precision, of course with 17 HMR or even 22 Magnum, you know, you're looking for smaller game typically. And so this is going to give you the capability to retain that zero and yet have a very packable light rifle to be able to carry no matter where you're going. Without the optic and the mount, it weighs 6 pounds, 13 ounces. It is a pretty solid rifle, but the carbon fiber barrel really does lessen the weight. It's 36.75 inches in overall length. With the stock collapsed, it's 33.5 inches. And then when you have it in the takedown mode, it's about 16 inches overall. Now this isn't just your average 22 rifle. It's definitely more toward the custom side. In fact, if you order one of these, they're built to order. These retail for $2,352. And that's whether you get the 22 Magnum or the 17 HMR. And guys, the rimfire market is huge, and there's a lot of people out there shooting competition-wise, of course hunting, carrying this out into the wilderness in a survival type situation. I mean, being so compact, but it's also easy to transport. But then if you want to get the extra barrel system, these are $519, whether you go with the 17 HMR or the 22 Magnum. And it doesn't matter about the 6-inch handguard or the 12-inch. It still runs the same price. The 22 long rifle runs just a little bit less. But the guys, the name Volquartsen and the quality that goes behind these rifles is world class. And you get what you pay for. You know, years ago I used to always see the bull barrel 22s, and I really just thought, what in the world? Why would you do that? I mean, I really thought that until I built one. And then I fell in love with these type rifles. I mean, they're so precise. Like I think 22 Plinkster said on one of his recent videos, he said, if it's not accurate, it's not interesting. And this makes this rifle extremely interesting. Guys, when it comes to rimfire, there's something about taking them out that just really makes a great range day. I mean, it's just kind of a softer shooting, less recoil. You just seem to really stay on target, and you can achieve phenomenal accuracy. When it comes to the Volquartsen, it really gives you the tools to be able to get on target. It's one of the things I've always loved about Volquartsen. I mean, the design, the products themselves are so well made, and they built a legendary reputation. Yeah, if you want just a standard Ruger 1022 and 22 Magnum or 17 HMR, they're good rifles. But if you want to go a step above and really have consistent, excellent accuracy, I think the Volquartsen is a great option. Plus, you know, you have your 22 Magnum, you can switch that out with the 17 HMR, and you can purchase the 17 HMR barrel later, or you can get it right together as a kit. To me, I love having the options, and they're just exceptional firearms. There's something about it, when you grab it, you just know you've got some quality. And again, we appreciate GetZone.com for putting us together with Volquartsen, and for Volquartsen to send the VT2 for this test and evaluation. There's nothing better than taking out a rifle on range day and just making one solid hole. And Volquartsen will let you do it. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Is also in H17, yeah.
That's why I never liked H1, they were so emotional. I know they are emotional.
We might as well date some men.
All right.
You think they're not emotional?
Just not as.
Are y'all done? Because we have work to do here.
It wouldn't take them forever.
Without the scope and mount, it weighs 16. It does not weigh 16 pounds. That'd be a heavy rifle. This is CCI 17 HMR, and then we have some. So guys, for years, Ruger, okay, I need to look that up.